Have you ever wondered if there ever was a pandai kris or pengrajin kris right here in Singapore? What would a kris made in Singapore would have looked like back then? Is there any tangible proof to back claims that Singapore once had a small niche community of kris makers? In today's video, I will share with you proof that we once had kris makers up till the early 80s. Keep watching to learn more. Okay, hi guys, and welcome to another video. May you be in good health and positive spirit always. Once again, you are with me, Keris Johari, better known as Pak Jofe, the Kris Collector from Singapore, and you are watching another educational video that will help you grow your collecting skills and develop a healthy collecting habit right here on the Kris Collector YouTube channel. Before I start today's video proper, I would like to make a formal statement that this message is specifically for any production companies out there who are researching for profit and commercial production. Any form of documentary series that you plan to produce and you get ideas and source any elements from me, my website, my YouTube channel, my articles, my social media pages and whatnot, you are to send in your request in writing to me through my official correspondence address, and it is at my sole discretion to approve or reject any request with or without compensation. This is in direct retaliation to a recent experience with a very unprofessional and ignorant representative of a Singaporean production company, which to date has not made any professional courtesy to apologize. With that, their company has earned the honor of being placed in my blacklist. This company can forget about any future consultancy, collaborations, or even business opportunities with the group of companies and businesses under my care for an indefinite period of time. With that out of the way, we now return to the feature video of the week. Today, I would like to do something different. While still on the subject related to the kris, today I am bringing you back to the retro 80s. We will explore news articles and reels from the good old days. You see, the subject of the kris is nothing new. It has been reported in print news media since the early 1900s. With the advent of archival technology today, we are so fortunate to live in a time where the information is literally at our fingertips. The only issue we need to know is what to ask and where to look for the answers.
I'm sorry, my responses are limited. You must ask the right questions.
And what better place to start other than the National Library? Did you know that as a Singaporean, a membership with the National Library today opens doors for a whole suite of resources, and the best part of it all, you pay absolutely nothing in return. They say that newspapers are the second hand of history. For today's video, the resource comes from Newspaper SG. I will provide the web link in the show notes below, or it should be flashing across the screen anytime soon. Was there a time when we, here in Singapore, had our very own pool of local kris makers? Now, unlike the palace traditions of Java or even in Malaysia, where they had a dedicated pool of specialized kris makers within the compounds of the kratons or palaces who were given the title of empu, here in Singapore, we did not have such a dedicated vocational title. Instead, we had generalized pandai besis and pandai kayus, blacksmiths and carpenters, to put it in simpler language. Now, given that the act was enforced by Stamford Raffles that it was an offence to be carrying the kris out in public, it did not immediately halted the production, repair and restoration of krises. There were still pandai besis and pandai kayus plying their trade to earn a living. This is evident from this article here. From the Straits Times, dated 27th of February of 1984. What is interesting about this article is that there was a time when the Straits Times was bilingual. It had articles both in English and in Malay. This article features the story of Tok Gandu, whose real name was Gandu bin Muhammad Isa, an 85-year-old grandfather, as of the time of the article printed, residing in the southern part of Singapore, which is known as Pasir Panjang. This article recounts how he first started into the art of crafting kris fittings when he found a kris blade in Kampong Bugis. From there, he started learning the art of making kris blades, but due to the complicated and labor-intensive processes involved, he stopped making kris blades at the age of 55. That would put the year to be somewhere around 1954. Now, this news was printed in 1984. At this time, he was already 85. So, deducting 55, that would make a difference of 30 years. So, the last kris he made should be somewhere around 1954 or perhaps even 1955, give or take a year or two. However, he still continued his craft in making the fittings. This article further inferred that whilst his reputation as a skilled kris maker was not well published, it was apparent that his skills were passed by word of mouth and attracted friends and tourists to his residence at Pasir Panjang. Towards the end of this article, further mentioned and suggests strongly that Singapore indeed once had a handful of skilled pandai besis and pandai kayus that not only made kris and parang blades but their fittings as well. Sadly, none from his line took interest in preserving this craft and henceforth contributed to Singapore losing its intangible handicraft heritage. So, what can we learn from this? Any cultural handicraft is at risk of going extinct and forgotten if members of its own community choose to abandon heritage for modern progress. Now, I'm not saying that progress is bad, but it should balance with making it viable and practical to preserve these heritage crafts. From this, we should spare a thought for the pandai kris who are still practicing this art in places like Malaysia, Thailand, Brunei, Indonesia. We should support quality art and craftsmanship and not go for all these worthless kodis that has flooded the market in this region. If you overly support mass-produced kodi crafts, you will be responsible for killing the true art of the kris. Food for thought.
That, detective, is the right question. Program terminated.
That is all for today's video. Thank you for watching till the end. I hope this video adds value to you and may you learn something new and useful from watching this. I look forward to reading your feedback in the comment section, so please feel free to leave me your comments and I will personally reply to you. So, as always, have a care and remember to subscribe, like and share if you would. Until we meet in my next video, stay healthy, stay safe, stay curious, and get excited for more to come. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.